Hey yogis, it's Becca. I just wanted to share with you another 20-minute creative vinyasa flow. Change of scenery. We're in our basement today, which is another little yoga studio that me and my husband share for meditation, relaxation, and definitely a playful vinyasa flow. So that's what this is all about today. It's all about you enjoying yourself. I've been a little serious over the last few months, and so I want to have a little bit of fun and put a smile on my face, and I hope that does it for you as well. So, without further ado, let's come up to the top of the mat, into Tadasana. Base of the toes can touch, or you can have your feet hip width apart, doesn't matter to me, whatever feels good. Really elongate through your core, keeping the rib cage down, rise the arms up towards the sky, palms to touch or not. Exhale, come on forward. We lengthen down. You almost feel like you're sort of just in a bit of a ragdoll here. Maybe soften up the knees if you need. Let your head hang down. Look back behind you. Let your shoulder blades drop a little bit so that you're not completely engaged. And then inhale, half lift, hands to your shins. Gently look up. Exhale, palms touch down. Let's just step it to the back of the mat. Big steps, upper push-up position. Send your tail back into downward facing dog. So as you lift, pull your core in and move your heels down towards the floor. You may need to walk in your feet. Maybe pedal out through your knees a little bit, letting your hips wave side to side. So here, play a little bit, right? So maybe today you're coming forward into your upper push-up. Maybe you're moving yourself back. Maybe bending out through your knees. What is it? Maybe let your hips go side to side. It doesn't matter. This is not about what it looks like. It's about how it feels. Letting those hips lift up as the core pulls in. Inhale. Almost feel like you're waving your spine forward to upper push-up position. Move your chest right down to the floor. Elbows draw along the side of the body. Point your toes away. You can do a little cobra if you're ready for it already. Move yourself to a full cobra. Softening out the elbows, lifting the gaze. Tuck your toes under. Move to puppy pose. Bring your bum back towards your heels and walk your hands forward. So what will happen is your bum will stick up towards the ceiling. It's a little rude, but it's okay. No one's looking, no one's watching, no one cares. We're just enjoying the stretch in those armpits and shoulders. Let the head relax if that's possible. And if you're very, very flexible, you might have to pull it back a little bit and lift up those elbows a little bit further. Yeah, and if it's too much, of course, on the shoulder joints, keep them lifted as well. And walk yourself all the way back into a tabletop position. Hold it here. Keep your toes tucked under. Pull your belly in like you're almost rounding the low back like an angry cat. Pull up the knees up off the floor by about an inch. Just hold it here. So little pressure in your wrists, most of it in your fingertips, okay? And then lift your hips up, downward dog. Press your heels to the floor and maybe walk back your legs a little bit. Good. Lift up your left leg towards the ceiling. Rise up left. Hold it out here, squaring down through the hips, and then lower down left. We'll lift up right, reach it all the way up towards the ceiling, gaze it forward, and step it up right foot all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, fingertips come down, take the back knee, give a little tuck in towards the body, hold it here. So interlock your hands around the left knee and come all the way up to standing. Beautiful. Hold it here. Shoulder blades are rolled back. It might have taken you a few tries to do that. That's okay. Let's kick it back into your warrior three. So heel goes back, arms open up. We're still warming up the body, no big deal. Come up to standing, interlock those hands around the knee, and come on up. Send the leg back, open up your arms. Come on forward with the knee, come up to standing. We got one more time. Here we go. Belly stays pulled in. That's so important. Don't hurt the back. Come all the way up, interlocking those hands and roll back the shoulders. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. All the way back we go. Inhale, stability. And exhale, hands down towards the floor and step it, upper push-up position. Now if you're ready to move through a flow, feel free. Otherwise, just go to downward dog. Here we go. It's chaturanga. Elbows in line with shoulders. Point your toes away and release your heart up towards the sky. Bring yourself back right from the core into downward facing dog. Gaze it forward. You can take a step if you'd like to take a little bit of a hop up to the top of the mat. No big deal. Up we go. Inhale, hands to shins, little look up. And exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up to standing. Rise and reach. Palms to touch or not, and take the hands down into the heart center. Inhale, rise. Keep your inner thighs super active. Exhale, come on forward. Lengthen out and then down. Inhale, hands to shins or floor, half lift. Exhale, palms touch down to the floor. Step it, jump it back, upper push-up or chaturanga. Point your toes away, lift your heart. So try not to sink out through the shoulders. Lift, 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 and then bring it back into downward facing dog. Take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Again, three-legged dog. And then lower it down to the floor. Take your left leg up towards the sky. Gaze it forward and step it up. Left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Take your back knee in, a little bit of a tuck. Interlock your hands around the right knee and come all the way up to standing. A little wind removing pose, right side. Take your right leg back behind you, warrior three. So open up your arms and your chest comes down. Come up to standing, knee comes in. Inhale, open it up. So lots of breath here. Exhale, come to close. One more time. Inhale, open this up. And exhale, grab the knee, hold on, lift up those shoulders just a little bit more, straighten out your bottom leg if that's accessible, and then step it back to the back of the mat. All right, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down. Step it back, upper push-up position. Let's drop to the knees or not. You'll do 3 chaturangas. Exhale, let's come down part way. Inhale, back up. Woo! Exhale, down part way. Inhale, back up. Yikes, here we go. Exhale, down part way. Hold, 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 hold. Upward dog cobra. And bring it back into downward facing dog. Come down to your knees, point your toes away, and do a quick child's pose. Forehead to floor, arms just kind of hanging back behind you. But if that doesn't work, fist up your hands and put your head on top of them. Good, roll your spine coming all the way up. Ragdoll, 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 shoulders are rolling back. Okay, come onto your fingertips. You can either come up onto your toes nice and easy or take a little bit of a hop. Knees go up nice and wide. Take your heels to touch each other. Take the knees as wide as you can. Hold it out there. Pull your belly in and roll back your shoulders, hands into prayer. Okay, so it feels like we're probably resting ourselves on the backs of our calves here. So pull up your core and lift up your groin a little bit up off your heels. That's going to engage a lot of crazy muscles. So if it's too much, come back down, or keep your hands in prayer and just pray that this is going to end soon. Okay, here we go. Lower down your bum. Nice. Bring your knees all the way together. Exhale, left elbow to the right knee and take a twist. So just note that your left knee is not popping forward. Try to draw it back just a little bit. If you'd like to play and have a little bit of fun today, it's side crawl. All right, so hands come down to the floor. We really want to draw the front elbow to the knee. Lift up your back hips. Take your back elbow, tuck it in. Land your hip on the top of your back arm and send your head forward. This is so much about moving your energy towards the right side. If you want to play a little further, take that top leg and lift. If you want to play a little further, take your bottom leg and kick it all the way out in front of you. One more big inhale. Take the feet all the way together. Take some time and bring them down to the floor. All right, it's crow pose forward. So knees go wide, hands go out in front of you. All right, pull the belly in. Lift those knees to the backs of the arms or either the sides of the arms. It's up to you. Press into your fingertips. And if this is too much today, stay in Garland Pose. So sit your bum down and bring your hands into prayer and lift your heart. A beautiful prep. Even walk your hands out in front of you. If you're in this pose and you want to come up on your toes, lift up, roll forward, and start to, once again, move your weight into your fingertips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, lower yourself down. Beautiful. Bring your knees to touch. Roll the shoulders back, palms into prayer. Inhale. Exhale, take your right elbow to the left knee and twist. Good. If you'd like to go further, bring your hands down towards the floor. Once again, front elbow stays attached. You can also do this with your back elbow free, of course, right? So come forward. You can drop your hip onto your elbow. Lift up those feet. I'm going to burn the top of my head on the fireplace as you start to extend out through your top leg. Maybe you take your bottom leg out. Bring your feet all the way back to touch. And come down onto your toes. So we'll be at the back of our mat. Roll the shoulders back, we'll come up to standing. So squeeze your inner thighs in and come all the way up. All the way. Okay, heels come all the way down. I'm a little out of breath, no doubt. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins or floor, look up. Exhale, palms touch down. Walk yourself out into a downward facing dog. Let your head relax. Gaze it forward and step it up. Right foot to the top of the mat. So you can extend right leg back. Then gaze it forward. Up we go. Inhale, arms come up. Palms to touch into your twist. Right side, left elbow to the outside of your knee. So you'll notice my ankle might have been shifting there. It's exactly what happens. We've got to ground down through the big toe mound. Open up the heart a little further. If you want to go deeper in your twist, draw your left armpit down towards your knee. So use your right hand to do that. Fingertips down to the floor. Then take your right hand up to the sky. Watch your back leg. Don't let it hang out. Lift it up and look up towards the ceiling. Good, gaze down so you have stability. Palms come all the way back to touch and bring your hands down towards the floor. Go to three-legged dog, right leg up towards the sky. Come on forward, upper push-up, knee towards your elbow. Come forward with it. Good, kick it back, three-legged dog. Come on forward, look forward, so extend your head out. Good, again, take it all the way back. This time, bring your knee towards your elbow, hold it here. Maybe you drop into more of a chaturanga. Come on up, straighten your arms, keep your knee where it is. Take your foot and land it in between your hands. It's not an easy transition. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Come onto your fingertips, it's hovering pigeon. Here's the thing, fingertips might not work for everybody, so drop your palm flat. Here we go, let's spin out through the knee and the ankle, hold, back leg super strong. Good, take everything down to the earth, back knee touches down, point your toes away. Everyone still with me? Okay. All right, inhale, up your arms, go. Exhale, head to the floor, arms reach back. Inhale, rise it tall. Exhale, come on down. You can use your hands as well. Inhale up and exhale, release your hands back and hold here. Beautiful, let your hands slide forward. Let yourself move to your regular pigeon pose. So soften down the heart. Let the weight move equally between both of your hip joints. So just notice if you're leaning onto the left side or towards the right. Just kind of check in with where you're at. Back leg is extended right out from your hip and your head can hang down. Yeah, gently roll your spine, coming all the way back up again. Sit down onto your right sit bone. Here we go, all right? So let your left leg come all the way around, foot grounds down, then your right leg goes up and over. Figure 4, hip stretch. It's almost like pigeon pose, except it's just a little different, right? So let your foot flex up, hands come behind you, and press your heart towards your thighs. If you can, a little bit minor adjustment, move your knee, your right knee away from you, and almost feel like you're taking your right sit bone towards the left side. So you're sort of externally rotating the hip for a bit more. If it's too much, walk your hands back, right? We don't ever want to overdo anything. There's always going to be more yoga. Inhale, pause, and exhale, release. Beautiful. Soften this out a little bit. Let both of your feet come forward, hip width apart. Hands come behind you, press hard into your big toe mounds, and inhale, lift up your heart, your belly, your pelvis towards the ceiling. let yourself soften all the way back down. Beautiful. You can cross your right leg over your left, tuck it under, upper push-up position. So side saddle or roll forward, pike your hips up and step those legs back. Go through chaturanga, upward dog cobra, and back into downward facing dog. All right, left leg goes up towards the sky. So we're not over rotating the hip. Keep everything nice and square. Press back through the shoulders, core is in. Gaze it forward as your left foot comes up. Yeah? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms to touch, take a twist over towards the left side. So watch it, my right knee is not hanging out, right? I'm kind of not just dropping in this pose. I've got a lot of stability, taking my armpit, so using my left hand, draw down my hand towards the floor. My chest got to go to the other side. That's the only way to make this happen, right? Especially for us ladies. Inhale, lift up your left hand. Maybe your arm just goes towards the left side. That might put you off balance a little bit though. Obviously, all right? So look towards the left and the hands come to touch. Yes, inhale, let's bring it all the way back to center. Hands come down to the floor. Step it back, three-legged dog, left side. All right, here we go. Left leg goes up. Beautiful, come forward, upper push-up, knee towards shoulder. Bring it on back or towards elbow or wrist. Come on forward, exhale. Inhale, bring it back. All right, here we go, exhale. Let's get the knee around the outside of your arm and maybe you move it to a chaturanga. Watch the back leg. Straighten up your arms, pull your belly in, and left leg steps up to the top of the mat. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Fingertips now, right? It's hovering pigeon. It's so much about your back leg, so pull that up, fingertips to ground, and away we go. Good, lower your ankle, your knee, your shin down to the floor, point away your back toes, and settle your hips down. Use your hands, that's fine, all right? Here we go. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, head down, arms reach back. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale, reach those arms back. Settle the head and the hands down towards the floor, and release into your pigeon pose. Just finding equal weight in through your hips. Don't worry about so much how deep you're in this pose. If you've got tight hips like myself, you don't need to take your foot and bring it all the way up parallel. It's totally not going to work, right? So we play around with what feels really good for us here. Good. Walk your hands all the way back upright. Settle down into your left bum cheek. Gently take your right foot all the way around so it's going to ground down to the floor. Hips facing forward. Take your left ankle now on top of the right knee. Okay, did everyone get that transition? Okay, so left ankle on top of the right thigh. Yeah? Knee opens up, hands come behind. Ground down through your big toe mound. Take an inhale, lift yourself up a little bit, and then settle yourself down. Good. Walk your hands forward and press your chest towards your leg. Yeah, just seeing how that feels. A little bit of tightness in my hips today, or every day. All right, one more inhale. And as you exhale, release this back. Both feet come down to the floor. Let's move it to Baddha Konasana. So the bottoms of your feet come to touch, or butterfly. I like a little looser variation, meaning that my heels are farther away from my pelvic bone. I feel that if I slide my heels farther in, I'm rolling back a little too far. So for me, you might have more flexibility, so slide your heels in. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, come on forward. Once again, you can also move variation, elbows to the insides of those knees and see what happens there. And just work on opening up inner thigh. Head comes down. Good, roll back your shoulders, bring your knees in to come to touch. We're rocking it back in Navasana, reach your arms forward, slowly take those feet up, maybe part way, maybe you're going all the way, up, 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 and hold. Lifting up the heart just a little bit further. Maybe the legs can go a little bit straighter, but no strain on your back. Good. If you can, the legs come down straight or slightly bent towards the floor. You may have to counter with your torso. Bring them down and then lift up your heart. Inhale, rise your arms up. Let's go to Tadasana, hands come down to the floor. This is staff pose. As you may have already noticed, I got really long arms, so I always bend my arms in Tadasana. Otherwise, I would look like I had my shoulders up around my ears. So drop down your shoulders, and if you have straight arms, you have straight arms. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about what mine looks like, right? My belly pulls in. Drop your calves and your thighs into the earth and lift your heart up. Tuck your chin, Jalandhara Bandha, all through the throat lock. Pressing the big toe mounds away. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, maybe you can go a little bit further, press down your calves and lift up your heels or your ankles. Flex out through your quads. Good, heels come down, point your toes away, Pravattanasana, reverse push-up. Hands come back underneath your shoulders, lean back, stay here, or do reverse tabletop. Otherwise, lift on up. Watch that those inner thighs don't drop open. Keep the big toe mounds touching, pull your belly in, lift up. And then gently flex out through those feet, pull your belly in, and lower yourself to the floor. Take your right leg over top of your left. Left hand onto your knee, right hand back behind you. A nice, easy spiral twist. If you want to take it a little bit further, see where your knees and your hips are at, you can take your right ankle and move it into your half lotus pose. Yeah, don't worry about doing this if you've got injury. No point, right? And then your hand can wrap all the way around, and we continue with the twist. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, bring it all the way around to center. And let's go to a gentle forward fold. Just relaxing out through your body. Good. Walk your hands all the way back upright. Just take your left leg in front of your right. Once again, your variation, so maybe it's right hand to left knee, left hand back behind you, sit up tall, look over your shoulder, or you can take your ankle on top of your knee, wrap your arm around. Maybe you touch your foot, maybe you don't. Totally irrelevant, right? And open up. Bring it back to center. As you inhale, pause. As you exhale, take your left foot in front or stay in half lotus, it doesn't matter, and bring it down. Good. Walking yourself all the way back upright. Nicely done. So you know the drill if you want to continue on with your other variations, or if you want to stretch out your legs and roll yourself down into a fabulous Shavasana for 5 or 10 minutes, that would be highly recommended. So I hope that you enjoyed this playful yoga flow. I know I was a little bit out of breath at times, and I hope that you were too. Put a smile on your face and enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.